Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I haven't done like a sit down talking video, I feel like ever. To close the year off, I thought I would do like a 2021 favorites video. I used to watch favorites videos all the time. If you watched like Bethany Moda or what was that other girl? Anyways, like favorites videos used to be so poppin' like when I first started watching YouTube, and I feel like I've been seeing them here and there, so I thought I would do like just an entire 2021 favorites video. I've had a lot of favorites this year, so I feel like this video is gonna be kind of like all over the place. I have a list on my phone, so I'm just gonna like go through it. I have one beauty product that I want to show, and I'm gonna go grab it. It's in the other room. Okay, so first I have this soap, which actually isn't makeup at all, but I don't even know what kind of soap this is. It just has like this packaging on it. I got it from my aunt. She like recommended it to me because I have really stubborn brow hair, and I always wanted that like combed up brow look to give you like that nice arch. I would use brow gels, but they wouldn't do anything for my brow hairs because my brow hairs just naturally grow really straight down. So she told me to give this a try, and I did, and I'm obsessed with it. I'll show you like a picture of how my brows look before. I know it makes my eyes look very droopy, so when I use the soap, which I just use on a spoolie, this is what it looks like. My hairs stay like a decent amount of hours. It doesn't stay all day, but it stays long enough if I'm like going to dinner or something. But yeah, I've been obsessed with it. I'm using it right now actually, and I think my brows look pretty freaking nice today. And speaking of like beauty type products, this is kind of related, kind of not, but I chopped my hair off. I'll insert a clip of me doing that, but I had really long hair for many years, and this is the longest that I let it grow just because I was just lazy with like trimming and stuff. But yeah, one day I was just like, I was sick of it. I just chopped it off. KT helped me even it out. I think I want to go shorter though. I am kind of obsessed with like shorter hair right now, so I think I want to go like maybe here. I thought I would regret cutting my hair, but I honestly like loved it. Next thing I've been loving is my diffuser. I got this as a birthday gift in November from my brother and his girlfriend. I'm obsessed with it. We use it almost every single day if we just want the place to smell nice. And then speaking of gifts, I also received an Always pan from my older brother and my younger sister, and I've been obsessed with that as well. Really easy to like steam vegetables in there. Yeah, I love this pan. It's such a deep pan too, which is really nice. Next thing I've been loving is my electric frother. I used it for my matcha today. I use this at least once a week because I make matcha quite a bit. It just blends everything so there's no like grainy like chunks in your drinks. Gives it a nice like bit of foam too. Speaking of food and that type of thing, I've been loving carrot cake. I never liked carrot cake. I wouldn't get it for myself, but if there was like a party or whatever, they had carrot cake, I would try like a little bit of it and it was like whatever. But my boyfriend is obsessed with carrot cake, and so I tried to make carrot cake, and at first it was like and then it sat in the fridge for like a couple of days, and it is the best dessert ever. Like I could probably eat the whole cake to myself. Everyone that we've given it to has loved it. Next time I make it, I'm gonna make 2 cakes so I can share with more people. I literally took a Polaroid of me after I made it because it was the first cake I ever made from scratch. I used to make like those Betty Crocker box mixes, which is, you know, it's easy, but I wanted to make a cake from scratch. So that was the first time I made a cake. It was before Christmas Eve, and I'm gonna have a slice like after this, I'm sure. And speaking of taking a Polaroid, I've been obsessed with my Polaroid. I've been taking Polaroids for years now. There were like short periods when I wouldn't take Polaroids because I kind of like didn't want to spend money on film or whatever, but they make great memories. KT actually got me this Polaroid album for Christmas, and it's unlike any other Polaroid album I've ever seen. I'm gonna go grab it right now actually. So he got me this Polaroid album, which is really pretty. It's like handmade. The binding was all done by hand as well. And then it comes with these little like stickers so that you could put it on these blank blank pages which are meant to be customized to your liking. And I do get like pretty artsy, so I can like make my own captions and do little drawings around it. But yeah, you attach these little stickers on there and they're like corner tabs so that you could insert the Polaroid in there. I'm just excited to like fill this up and just really personalize it and just get really creative with it. Like I love this kind of stuff, and this is honestly one of my favorite gifts like ever, so I am like really thankful for this. Next thing I've been loving is my Nintendo Switch. If you guys didn't watch my previous video, me and KT played our Nintendo Switch, which I basically got from my parents. They gave me money for my birthday and I spent it on the Switch, and we've been obsessed with it. We only have a few games. I got this gift for Christmas from my sister's boyfriend, Mario Party Superstars, and this is probably my favorite game so far. It has a lot of the Nintendo 64 classics from Super Mario 3, which I played a lot with my older brother and my younger sister too, but she doesn't remember as many of the games as we do. But yeah, if you loved Nintendo 64 Mario Party, this is the one. And they have like games from GameCube, Genesis, like all the older consoles. Their Mario Party games are also in here, and you can like narrow down, like if you just wanted to play the games from Nintendo 64, you can do that, or just Genesis, you could do that, which is really cool. Nintendo did a beautiful job with this. The graphics are amazing. It's so fun. I've been loving it. And my brother also got us Stardew Valley, which I'm excited to play. He said it's really good, and I've heard good things about it as well. And speaking of like electronics, I guess, kind of, I'm gonna segue into... I keep finding hair on myself. Yeah, I wanted to segue into my favorite shows on Netflix this year. Money Heist, of course. That is definitely like my top 2 favorite shows of all time. Breaking Bad for sure is up there. I don't know which one I like better. They're both really good for different reasons, but I haven't watched the last 4 episodes of the latest season because we're watching it all the way through again. But yeah, if anyone knows me, you know that I'm a sucker for reality TV. I love Love Island. That's one of my favorites. There was one on Netflix that I saw called 20 Somethings, and like me and KT were just like trying to find something to watch, and then I saw that one and we just like quickly like read the synopsis. We were like, yo, like let's try it. But yeah, we watched like the first half in one night, and it's definitely different. Like the way that it's being filmed, like some of it feels like reality TV, and then sometimes like the quality is so good that it feels like it's just like a TV like fiction show. But it was overall like very entertaining. It's about just like 20-something-year-olds moving to Austin, Texas, and there's a guy's house and a girl's house, and they hook up, they befriend each other, they fall apart, and there's just like a whole lot of like connection and disconnect. There's just something about it that feels very like comforting to watch. I don't know. And just like the fact that they're all around like the same age as me, it's like I can relate to like them just feeling like a little lost in life and not knowing what to do, and things just being exciting, going to new places, meeting new people. So I do highly recommend that show if you like reality TV. And if you don't like reality TV, it could be like one of the ones that are less cringy, because there isn't like a whole lot of drama either. But yeah, it's nice. In terms of other entertainment, I've been reading a lot more lately. One book that I really recommend, it is a fiction romance. I don't even know if you could call it romance though, because of what happens in it. And I don't want to spoil anything because I went into this book not reading the synopsis. I just heard it was a good book, and I just reserved the ebook online at my public library. So I don't have the physical copy with me. I read it on my phone because there was like 500 holds on it or something, so I didn't want to wait for that to come through. But yeah, the book is called It Ends With Us by Colleen Hoover. I read this book in like a day. It was so good. Like every chapter had a cliffhanger that I couldn't resist. Like I just had to read the next one. It's hard to explain without spoiling it, but I believe that every living person should read this book. It looks like it's meant for women, but I think it's a great book for men to read too, just to gain a bit of perspective on this subject, which I will not tell you about because I don't want to spoil it. But if you've watched Maid, which was also one of my favorite shows on Netflix. I forgot to mention that. Watch it. If you watched it, there is a similar lining there between that show and this book. Yeah, I couldn't put it down. It was so good. Another book that I've been reading, actually by Colleen Hoover. She's been popping off with her books. Verity. I'm in the middle of this one. Again, it's hard for me to put it down, so I try to read it when I have time to just read it continuously. I think I'm like just over halfway done, but that one's a good one so far, and it gives me the heebie-jeebies. It's a little eerie. Also this year, I went thrifting for the first time, and I got my first thrifted piece of clothing. I'm gonna grab it. I should have just grabbed everything before this, but I wasn't thinking. But yeah, this is the one thing I bought the first time I went thrifting with my friend Lex. This half zip, it is my favorite thing ever. It doesn't even look like anything special. Excuse me. It's just like this cozy half zip from Eddie Bauer, which is like, I don't shop there ever. I think I stepped in there like once. It was like $6, and I tried it on top of my shirt, and I just love it. It's so warm, and it just goes with everything. I like how it looks against like my skin tone. I love it. And last but not least, I'm gonna be talking about music. I haven't listened to a whole lot of new music this past year, but KT showed me Alessia Cara's album, which was really cool, and Don Toliver, I've just been hearing from him, but I just haven't kept up with music, like especially the past year, and I've just been listening to old songs. But the one album that I have found myself like listening to is Taylor Swift's Red album, her version, which is kind of random. I haven't listened to Taylor Swift in a long time, but Taylor Swift's Red album, that I listened to a lot when it first came out. I used to be a huge Taylor Swift fan, so when I heard that All Too Well, which is one of my favorite Taylor Swift songs, came out with like a 10-minute version, I was like, yo, I have to listen to this. And the first time I listened to it, I watched her 10-minute video. Dylan O'Brien was in it, and Sadie Sink from Stranger Things. I'm pretty sure that's where she's from. But yeah, that album is very like nostalgic for me, because it was an album that I loved like from start to finish when I was younger, and just hearing it but just like revamped or like redone just kind of brought that music back to me, because I wouldn't have looked for it otherwise. I'm really proud of myself for dropping a video every 10 or less days over the past few months. It's crazy to look at all my videos and see that there's like a portfolio kind of building up, like you could actually like scroll through, but I think I'm gonna continue making videos. That has been like my favorite thing to do all year, and I'm really thankful that I have this hobby and passion, because I genuinely enjoy doing it. I'm excited for more videos in the future. I have a lot of ideas coming up, a lot of ideas that are long overdue, but I have really enjoyed this past year. I moved out for the first time. I grew a lot, not physically. I'm still 5'5" I think. No, I'm still 5 feet, but mentally I've grown a lot. I've matured a lot. I've started to cook for myself. I changed my whole lifestyle, the way that I eat. I do need to get back on track with working out though, because I did fall off a bit, I won't lie. Overall, like this is the healthiest I've been, the happiest I've been, and that's all I want for every single person on this planet, especially the ones that I love. So if there is anything that you should do for yourself this year, is to focus more on yourself and your health and your wellness and feeling good, because it's so underrated. I feel like people just really focus on like the external in this day and age, and just like looking within, like taking the time to meditate and just like have moments to yourself where you reflect and just think about how can I make myself better. I feel like if we just took more time to do those things, the world would just be a better place, and I genuinely believe that. So, but yeah, not to get too soppy or too whatever. I'm just really looking forward to this new year and like what it has to bring, because 2 years ago, I would have never thought that anything that happened in this year would happen. But thank you guys so much for watching. If you have watched this video, if you have watched any of my other videos, I want to say thank you, because I'm literally just doing this for me, but to see that other people like watch my content and enjoy it, even if it's just like a couple of people, 5 people, like I can't believe that people like watch my videos, but I do put all my hard work into it because I love to see what I can make of it. And yeah, just thank you guys for watching. I wish you the best in the new year, and yeah, bye guys.